What do you say we talk about dune buggies? Two guys who know all about dune buggies are here in the studio. The president of Chapter 618, Kevin Goss, and his sidekick. In fact, actually, Jack, do you have a title?
Not anymore. I resigned last year.
Good for you. Jack Justice is here, too, though. I just learned he's a man with 2 dune buggies. But all told, you've got some 33 members in the club.
Right, about 33 members we've got. And we get, each year seems like we pick up another 4 or 5 more.
And then you got a bunch of pals down in Belleville. Is that the nearest other dune buggy club?
Right, yeah. Down Cahokia or Columbia, down Columbia, Illinois, down there. Yeah, that's the Buggy Meisters, yeah. They've been riding with us about 3-4 years now.
Little German heritage there, the Buggy Meisters, yeah. How many members do they have? They're an older club too, aren't they?
Right. Their dad originally started it, and it was like some odd years ago. I think they've got 11 members is what they've got.
Oh, okay. And how old are dune buggies? Let's see. Do I remember dune buggies from high school back in the mid-'60s?
Yeah, right. I believe that's mid-'60s, late '60s.
Well, it was the first one, I think, was Mannix, and that was built in, I think, '67. I believe it was the first year.
Really?
Yeah, that was '67 was the first
one.
Okay,
Myers Mannix, I think.
Yeah, and then after that, then everybody started building them, so...
And some of you guys actually work from scratch on them, don't you?
Well, all of them started from scratch.
Well, yeah. Somebody did. I mean, I would. In fact, here I wanted to ask this anyway. So, what would it cost me to get a dune buggy and get into the club?
Well, it depends on if you buy one like over the internet that's or from an individual that's already built. That's the cheapest way. Because if you build one from ground up and make it really nice, it'd be easy to put $20,000 in one. But you can buy a decent one for $6,500. So
that's not bad.
You're better off just to buy one that's already built, and then if it needs a little work here or there, then just finish it up. But cost-wise, that's the easiest way to go, the best way to go.
And I take it there are dune buggies that are like ultra fancy. I mean, we're looking at people that put $30,000 or more dollars into them.
Yeah, there's no end to what you put in them. It's just like the sand rails. There's no end to that either.
Yeah.
But you can put, just how fast you want to spend.
Is there a definition of a dune buggy?
Well,
does it have to be a Volkswagen chassis and motor?
No, not necessarily. I mean, these always got the nickname dune buggies because they was first come out in California in the sand dunes is what they used them for. So the dune buggy word just stuck. But now you can buy the miniature, they're like miniature go-karts actually with a roll bar arm, and they call them dune buggies. So everybody's got a different version, I guess, of a dune buggy. But the original fiberglass was a dune buggy back, 67, 68.
And some of those, there are companies that make that fiberglass body, and the paint, it's all molded in, almost like a speedboat hull, right?
Right, yeah.
Because
the gel coat is right, And you can buy them in whatever color metal flake you want. They've got all different colors. That's where they originally started, was a metal flake.
Here. Yeah. And then some people take pride in how loud these things are.
Well, a lot of us do, yeah.
A lot of us do. That's well put, Jack. Yeah. And who's the king of the pipes?
Well, it's kind of this year is Babe Etzel. She won the loud muffler contest up at Effingham this year.
Really?
Yeah. She got her brand new buggy Ronnie put together for her this winter, and he's been working on it for 2 or 3 years, I guess, hadn't he?
Yeah.
And she won the big prize this year, first prize.
So Kevin gave up his crown?
Well, he didn't give it up. He just kind of lost it.
I just couldn't keep it. That's all. There wasn't no giving up. But when you're a woman and you got a pink buggy, I mean that helps a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I've seen gals win bike shows like that too. Yeah,
because she had a loud buggy. There's no doubt about it. She's got a set of loud pipes on her.
Yeah, there was about 10 of them in the contest, and she pulled it off. She done good.
How do they do that? They put up a decibel meter so many feet away,
they don't go by that. They go by the applause by the crowd.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, okay. So I could see why she won then.
Well, but you can't take anything away from her. Like I said, she did good. Yeah.
No. Yep. And do you ever have stereo contest? Who's got the loudest boombox in the vehicle?
Well, there's very few that's got a stereo in them because you can't hear them hardly going down the road.
You're right.
It's about like on a motorcycle. If you ain't got a set of headphones or something like that, you just can't hear it.
I hate to say this, but I got a buddy with a dresser, and he's got speakers all over that bike, and you will hear his speakers before you hear his mufflers.
Yeah.
We've got one guy that's got a pretty good stereo setup, and he's Steve St. Pierre, and he's got some pretty good sized speakers in it, and I think they can hear his going down the road.
That's great. Do they all get good mileage because they're so small and compact? Yeah, Kevin's kind of wrinkling his face on that.
It varies. I mean, because there's very few buggies that's got the stock VWs in them anymore. I mean, we've all got built engines, and they're a lot bigger than what they was originally come from the factory. They don't have the factory gas squeezer carburetors on them anymore. We've got some people we got a couple guys that get 30, 32 mile a gallon. Mine gets about 22 or 23 on the highway. You're around town and you're revving it a little bit, and then she'll drop down to whatever, but somewhere in between about what you get.
Are all of the manual transmissions, or you can
all of them in our club? They make an automatic.
That's what I thought.
The guy that originally started the Buggy Meisters, he's got like a truck buggy, and his is an automatic. Of course, he's probably in his late 70s. You think?
Yeah,
maybe?
he's late 70s, but might even be early 80s, and. But he's had buggies forever, naturally, and so he has the automatic just because he can't hardly get around as far as shifting and everything, So it works out good for him. But normally, most people have standard shifts.
Yeah, why would you want an automatic transmission in a buggy? They're supposed to be fun.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. How often does the club meet on an official basis?
Well, I don't know official.
Because there's nothing official about the club, right?
About the club.
Well, we really meet every weekend, just about.
Let's all get together.
And then we have a yearly dinner every year, and usually January, we call it a Christmas dinner, but that's always a big meeting there, and we usually have, I don't know, what did we have? This 60-some odd last year.
60-some last year.
Nice turnout, yeah. Give out awards?
No,
we just collect money.
I've been in those clubs too. Yeah.
And kind of give everybody an idea what we want to, what we got planned for the upcoming year, and what we can do, things we can do.
And you've done charitable events too. Right. I mean, you try to give back a little bit. Food drives, notably.
Yeah, we give everybody an update on about how much money we collected and the food and stuff like that, and so they'll know too what we ended up. Of course, they were a part of it too, but a lot of times they don't get the bottom line on it.
People like to see you coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we like to give too. It's nothing wrong with that at all. We have a good time.
Oh yeah, and you guys know how to have fun. I sort of identify with the buggies because it's kind of like bikers too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a nice weekend. Let's go get lost somewhere.
Yep, exactly right.
How do you decide where you're going to go on a Saturday? In fact, how do you decide to get together on a Saturday? Do you have a usual meeting place or
email, and we call each other?
Okay.
You start about Thursday, unless we already know previously, and then sometimes we just meet on a Sunday, and we'll call everybody and meet on a Sunday and decide where we're going to go from there.
Yeah,
that's usually about 80% of the time.
How do you determine who's at the front of the pack?
Whoever knows where they're going.
Here's where we're going. We don't know where we're going until we get there.
Of course, we've had a few times where we thought we knew where we were going and we didn't.
Yeah, that happens too, doesn't it? There's a biker saying you're never lost if you don't care where you're going. Yeah. In fact, we were talking off air. You were out at Copper Bank in Pocahontas,
Copper Dock.
Copper Dock. I'm sorry.
Copper Dock.
Copper Dock, a winery in Pocahontas.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you get together on a Saturday or a Sunday, usually Sundays?
Usually Sundays.
Yeah.
Usually Sundays.
100 miles, 120 miles?
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Round trip? Or
usually round trip, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. And that's, now for a motorcycle, that's about a tank full, see. But you guys got plenty of gas to still get home.
We can drive that far.
Yeah, that's about a little better than half a tank, maybe 3/4 of a tank. It just depends how. If we're out on the highway running fast or on the country roads, just depends.
Let me ask too, if I wanted to get into the club, if I had a desire to have a dune buggy, could I get a hold of you guys? You might advise me on one of the best places to look on the net is thus and such, or somebody's got one for sale.
We've got our own Facebook and we've got a website.
Oh, okay.
And, I think there's a few contact numbers on there where you can get a hold of us, and everybody's always got shirts that we wear all the time, and they see our club on the back, and they ask, how they can get a hold of us, or how they can get involved or whatever, and then we just tell them that, usually all we got to do is have a dune buggy and pay your $25 yearly dues, and that's it.
It's a good deal.
We
too.
get a hold of them.
Yeah.
We get a hold of them every weekend and let them know we're riding and what we're doing.
If I wanted to find you on Facebook, what do I put in? What do I look for?
Great River Road Dune Buggy, Chapter 618.
Okay, Great River Road Dune Buggy, Chapter 618. Pretty good. And the contact information is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you, in fact, we were talking, you've picked up members in the last year or
Right.
so.
I think we've got another 5 or 6 members this year.
Very good. So it brings it
every
up
year
to
seems
about
like there's
33.
at least 4 or 5 we pick up every year so far. We started out
6.
4 years ago, and there were six of us.
6 of us.
Yeah, and now we've got about 32, 33 people.
That's all right. I wouldn't think there were that many dune buggies around here. Every now and then, though, you're going by Delmar into Adrian Gardens. I hear you guys.
Yeah.
Well,
That's when
there's-
we're usually headed to Grafton, so then you can hear us going that
Yeah, it
that
just
direction.
kind of seems to keep growing more and more each year. It's
That's
'cause,
super.
yeah, when it started out, there were just 6 of us, and it just populated what's done.
Who's the longest standing member? I mean, the original 6 founders, of course, right?
Right.
But of those 6, who had a dune buggy the longest?
Kevin did.
Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin's the instigator
mine
and the
been-
ringleader.
Mine's been in the family 43 years.
You mentioned that before.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So
That's great. That really is. How about yours, Jack?
I've had mine about 13 years.
Very good.
I was in Wisconsin. I had one up there. I lived up there for about 25 years, and I bought one from a buddy of ours down here and took it up there and went through it.
Very good. Guys, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. So keep on trucking. What do you say in dune buggies? Keep on trucking?
Keep on bugging.
Keep on bugging?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.